bearings cause a whole bunch of needless worrying. A bearing, just think of a bearing as coming from a situation whereby somebody does not see all the wonderful, great, big, rich things in the world that the world has to offer because they just always look north. Okay? So, there's this person here and they're always looking north, and so they don't see that Channing Tatum is signing autographs down there. Or there's this person over here that's always looking north, so they don't see that there's this burning building over here. A bearing says how far round clockwise from north would this north-obsessed person need to turn in order to see something. Okay? So let's say it's the bearing of C from P, or the bearing of B from Q. Okay? So they need to turn a lot, right? Currently looking north, Channing Tatum's down here. They need to turn a truckload. If the burning building was over here, they need to turn even more, because remember it's always clockwise around from north. So 90 is not enough, 180 is still not enough. They need to turn even more than 180 to get to see this burning building. Now, to keep diagrams neat, I recommend always drawing north, south, east, west grid lines. Not only do these keep the diagram neat, but they also enable you to have clever thoughts, because it makes it more likely that Year 7 geometry opportunities will arise. So, why do I say that this keeps the diagram neat? It's because if I tell you that the bearing of C from P, you can always tell the starting point because it's from, so looking from P. So the person who's obsessed with looking north is looking north from P. Let's say I tell you that the bearing of C from P is 100. Don't draw 100, just draw a 10. It communicates the same thing, but it's neater because you don't have to draw an angle line that crosses another line, and also you've got a smaller angle that can just be tucked in that existing corner, which is why I say the diagram is neat. If I tell you that the bearing of B from Q is 200, don't write a great big 200 there. Instead, just tuck a little 20 in there. Keeps the diagram way neater because you're just tucking in an angle in an existing corner, and it's a small angle rather than a big angle. Now, these are just diagrams. This bearings topic is just basically about setting up diagrams. You can get SOHCAHTOA questions out of this. The question that I like asking is what the bearing would be the other way around. So if Channing Tatum was obsessed with looking north, how far would he have to turn in order to see P? Now, it's a lot. If that's 10, this is 10 because of the Year 7 business with alternate angles in parallel lines. So he would have to turn 90, not enough. 180, not enough. 270, still not enough. He's got to turn an extra 10. So the bearing of P from C is 280. What if I asked what the bearing of Q from B is? Well, B doesn't have to turn much at all. B just has to turn that much. Obsessed, looking north, just turn a wee bit there. How much is that? Must be 20 because of Year 7 alternate angles. So the bearing of Q from B is 20. So that's all bearings are. It's just a system of communication for laying down diagrams. That's all it is.